In times of consecration, one is to profess or be a professor of truth that is made for understanding or learning something, a lesson. I say to the great divinations of the churches, in what denomination of darkness with Paul, and what denomination of light with Saint Matthew, the two ark holders or rods of the earth and rods of the sea that had fallen into darkness. Saint Matthew, who is said to have been born of the king, beaten dead but alive, or the two stones of Ryujin, or yin and yang, having the great wisdom of the beast husbandry. The fate of both man and beast are the same, whereas other people are not established in that royalty, having the covenants to consecrate oneself and offer unto God a tithe of land, a tithe of man and beast who had fallen from the tree in childbirth. I say this in all things that are written in the papers to walk through as a man with great imagination, walking through a passage, a door in the literature that is written. I say, what man has learned with his mouth shut? And I say, what man has learned with his mouth open? Paul, I have learned nothing. In war or in peace, in a mouth that is open, in a mouth that is shut, I have learned nothing. And I say this in an aspect in the Trinity where all children are born until they are considered killing themselves by crossing Jesus Christ and killing their nature in him who is reborn with Jesus Christ as a hermaphrodite ark holder or steerer of the ship, and all of them that stalking, working for a man, flag, wheel, and pole, meaning one of the poles of the earth, the magnetism, the sun and the moon, which is the earth and its reflection. Man and their choices in whatever inked literature that is written for us to read and what purpose we make of it. Man who is a part of the Trinity, or children even, that war, whether their mouth is closed or open, that war against themselves, and eventually the consideration of learning something is but a woo over the eye and not considered in the sum as reality. The true reality is we have recklessly destroyed ourselves with our mouth shut. A man who doesn't speak is crossed. A man who opens his mouth is crossed. And all people are crossed in the nature that which is stated in the Bible, with their own iniquity did they cross him. And he was said to be the Savior, Jesus Christ, but there are two other thieves, Emmanuel and Saint Matthew, who was crossed with him in the flesh, and all people that chose their ways killed their entire third of the earth when the prophet was beneficent for a church, a diviner in his money. The literature in the Bible states a scapegoat and a ram, or a goat and a ram. The one in the Trinity, or holder of the Trinity, that makes image with the covenant, understanding that the body of Jesus Christ never changes. So there are two of me, or this isn't just scenario I'm using myself to explain, or two of Jesus Christ, and one of them is false. One of them is for money and seeking and killing and destroying, where the other is more of a peace and a shepherd of truth and a great healer, that which they seek, kill, and destroy in his own image. And how does this own image establish? I don't believe that he would have a star in heaven, or he might. And would he have established the same power as the one that is favored by the archangel? Divination of a vile exalt. Paul and Saint Matthew said to be a ram, LOKI, jormangandr, a child of jormangandr, a ram, LOKI. The ram, this is, in Daniel chapter 8, this is my understanding. In my whole entire life, I have been a part of something, and it has been taken away from me after major head trauma on my right side of my face, but give it back to me and then take it away for more head traumas, and give it back to me and take it away for more head traumas, and then finally I have made myself in a place of wisdom where I'm forced to expose, so they stop beating me down for my wisdom. Beaten candlestick. But ram and a goat, Paul with the penis fish, and the ram with jormangandr, and what feeds it in the church denomination of darkness that seeks, kills, and destroys, and has no real baptism, feeding jormangandr, that bull, hoping that the chained church might make a great destruction of them who choose their way, crossing Jesus Christ, or forcing a man to expose a let's say that it's a fascination about wisdom with Sheba, who is an egret bird, to the livestock with Solomon, brothers in arms with Saint Matthew, two sons of the King David Wiglaf, that encompass law and then encompass God's will, which is separate from the law, but there is a divination a part of it. The two ark holders, Paul, the scapegoat, who might share the same image with Saint Matthew, who is also a holder of the ark, or the one that eats it and makes it pure. Jormangandr, who eats the baited bull, whether or not they decide to pull Enoch up into the heavens, or cross Saint Matthew for his wisdom after the books of Enoch were taken, and they established further wisdom in the captivation of the book, and they decided, instead of raising Saint Matthew up, they decided to cross him, and he rise in a different way, different from Enoch. So between Enoch and Anakim and Jesus on two counts, and then this account where I am made with a great imagination, considering wisdom that is written in the Bible by them lords and kings and them elders that are part of the empowerment of what words I speak. I have learned nothing. In him, Paul, wearing my own image, and what lust he might find of me, and what women are with him, backstabbing me a part of my life, forcing me to fight like Hercules, or forcing me to expose that I might overcome my own image in that diviner Paul who carries the penis fish money in the church, in the dark denomination, and Saint Matthew, who had been given the heir to the throne of King David, who is to fight self, understanding that all childbirth in a fertility is his, or nature is his, where Jesus Christ is the bread and the copy image is Jesus Christ, like-minded, like it reads in the great book of Ephesians 4, whether or not the flowers of the mouth, at which comes in workers of manna in nature, them who gather honey all day long, them who eat the tree leaves all day long, them who crawl from the earth of the deceased, worms, and so on, and the fascination of manna, and those who work for everlasting life for God to be greater edified, and the world grow out and branch out in a greater purpose with the rising ground of life but death, dead but alive, or removed from man's moral ethic to fight self, as I had said, with my mouth shut, being stricken in the face. I've learned nothing, and with my mouth open, being stricken in the face, I still have learned nothing.